Hi, I'm here with Graeme Rocher and Jeff Brown, members of the Grails team, and we're here at SpringOne yet one more time. And we're going to ask them a little bit about what's been going on in the Groovy and Grails project. So first, I just wanted to ask you, what changes have you seen since the acquisition by SpringSource last year?
So I think that they're pretty much all been positive ones. We have access to a much wider mind share, and there's much more collaboration between the teams. So, for example, if there is a problem, well, there's never a problem with Spring, but if there is, I can contact the Spring guys, and we have direct contact, and we collaborate, and problems are fixed quicker. And also things like, for example, the Tomcat team. If I need a particular feature in their embedded version of Tomcat, the rare response they've been getting things done. Same thing with, for example, with the work that's been done with Cloud Foundry. So there's a lot more collaboration, and just a bigger entity, bigger platform for Grails to be a part of.
Great.
I should mention we're also working closely with the STS development team to build really good support into the IDE for Groovy and Grails. So having direct access to those guys and working closely with them is going to help that effort quite a bit.
Yes, and having a Eclipse tooling for Groovy and Grails is a critical part of its future.
Really big deal.
So the Grails 1.2 is coming out sometime in November. Can you give us an idea of what's going to be included in that release?
Yeah, so we have focused a lot on stability, performance improvements. So some of the big features that we've added are things like dependency resolution, DSL built on Ivy, so no longer does Grails mass populate your application with a set of jars. Now you have explicit control over the jars that your Grails application is using, and you don't need to include them jar files directly in your source repositories now. You can just decoratively specify them, and they'll be resolved when Grails starts up. And that's a big deal because that functionality was previously only available if you chose to use Maven. Now it's available generally for Grails applications. We've also, Jeff's been working a lot on big improvements around DORM and querying. I don't know if you want to talk about those.
Yeah, so we've made numerous incremental improvements to GORM, including support for named queries. We've enhanced the dynamic finder support to add some specific syntactic support for querying based on booleans, and some general incremental improvements to GORM that I think folks are excited about. It's going to be good stuff.
And on the performance front, we've dramatically improved performance again in Grails. There were good performance improvements in 1.1, but now there's even more work that's been done around GSP and the rendering engine. So we've added pre-compilation of GSPs. We have optimized GSP throughputs significantly mainly by integrating GSP closely with the SiteMesh rendering pipeline, and also by decreasing its memory consumption and so forth. So there's quite a few different optimizations that have gone through, and it's resulted in significant better performance.
So if somebody hasn't been using Grails yet, where would you suggest for them to get started? Where are some links that they can go to find out more information?
Yes, the user guide on our website is a fantastic reference, grails.org. The user guide is available there. Of course, the definitive guide to Grails, second edition that Graeme and I wrote and published earlier this year is another fantastic reference.
Shameless plug, that's okay.
I think those two resources are
all you need.
That's all you need. And if you need more, call us at SpringSource.
To be fair, I mean the situation now is completely different in terms of resources available for folks looking to get started with Grails. There are several different books and resources on both Groovy and Grails. Well over a dozen different books for both technologies, and there's numerous online resources. A fantastic one being Scott Davis's IBM series, which I thought was very good. So that there's multiple online resources available now. It's pretty easy to get started.
Well, I want to thank you for your time, and I'll do a little shameless plug for Chariot. We will be hosting a Groovy and Grails seminar November 12th, so come to Philadelphia. Jeff will be there. And we'll be posting some of the links that were mentioned, and that's about it. So enjoy the rest of the show.
Fantastic.
Thanks a lot.